Ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you to another amusing edition of Sports Flash Daily Updates. Exactly 8 days more for the commencement of the 2025 Unity Cup tournament in West London, Brentford, specifically at the Chete Community Stadium. But 9 days more for the eye candy match between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana. And of course, this match is going to captivate attention and stir debate. And ahead of this tournament, we have to predominantly talk from the camps of the various national teams, especially the Super Eagles of Nigeria, so that our back-to-back content on this platform, the brilliance behind it, will captivate your imagination and also fuel your admiration for the tournament, the 2025 Unity Cup tournament in London. Latest from the camp of Nigeria Super Eagles camp, with their squad list, some players have been handed invitation. Players from the MPFL, that is the local scene. You'll be looking at these players on this platform in this presentation. The 2025 Under-20 Total Energies AFCON is over in Egypt. And the team or the country that won the ultimate is the Amajita of South Africa. We all know that the Flying Eagles fell off shots in the finals after being tripped up or being defeated by resurgent South Africa side. But they left some mark in the tournament, and some of the players deserve call-up in this 2025 Unity Cup tournament. I've listed some 3 players who deserve call-up ahead of this 2025 Unity Cup tournament, and I'll be talking voluminously from their camps. Latest from the camp of Eagles-Osimhen and other African players, and also from the camp of Taiwo Awoniyi. Some piece of good news is coming from his camp. Before I proceed with the details of this update, if you are new on this platform, you have to subscribe to the channel. Click on the post notification bell for more updates. Please like this video and share to other social media platforms. My name still remains Solomon Kwaja Sante, your only nomenclature with engineers philosophy in sports, a Ghanaian who has declared his full support for Nigeria sports. Therefore, I have been given a Nigerian name on this platform. The name is the only one, Solomon Chukwu Emeka. Do well to leave your decent comment in the comment box for special shout out after my presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's plunge into the details of this updates. And to commence with is from the just ended 2025 Under-20 Total Energies AFCON. And after the tournament, the country that won the ultimate is South Africa National Under-20 Boys, the Amajita. And a lot happened, winners of the tournament. Let's just have a glance of the winners of the tournament. And the best player of the 2025 Under-20 Total Energies AFCON is Taiwo Smith, who plays for South Africa National Under-20 Boys. Top scorer of the tournament is Momo Kamara, who plays for Sierra Leone. He had 4 goals. He did well, and you know that he performed in scoring those goals. They were offensive and prolific goals from Momo Kamara. And the best goalkeeper of the tournament, arguably, he was the best indeed, Fletcher Loy, who plays for South Africa National Under-20 Boys. The best coach of the tournament is Raymond Imdaka, who coached South Africa National Under-20 Boys. And the best fair play award went to Morocco national team, that is Morocco National Under-20 Boys, the young Atlas Lions of Morocco. They did well, and after the tournament, after every tournament, as we all know, we have to get the best 11 of the tournament, and with the best 11 of the tournament, they went in with a 1-4-2-3-1 formation, or specifically with a 4-2-3-1 formation. The goalkeeper in the goalpost for the best team or the best 11 of the tournament after the 2025 Under-20 Total Energies AFCON are the goalkeeper. We have Fletcher Loy from South Africa, and to the players, we have Neo Rapo of South Africa, Mohamed Goueli of Egypt, Osmani Mama of Morocco, Daniel Bameyi of Nigeria, Lazola Maku of South Africa, Hussam El Sadak of Morocco, Fikal Zahouani of Morocco, Hamza Kutoni of Morocco, Momo Kamara of Sierra Leone. He is the one leading the attack with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And the last player on the list is Taiwo Smith of South Africa. He won the best player of the tournament. So these are the players that made the best 11 of the 2025 Under 20 Total Energies AFCON. Only one Flying Eagles player made this cut. And I know a lot will be talking about how it is and how it went. But that is the final from the official source, the Confederation of African Football. And that is the latest coming in from the 2025 Under 20 Total Energies AFCON. Let me shift my focus from the camp of the 2025 Total Energies Under 20 AFCON to the impending 2025 Unity Cup tournament, which will be held in West London, specifically at the GTEC Community Stadium in Brentford. And a lot is coming in, featuring 4 countries: the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the Black Stars of Ghana, the Soccer Warriors of Trinidad and Tobago, and the Reggae Boys of Jamaica. We have to talk voluminously from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I've already spoken a lot on this platform about how the Super Eagles of Nigeria can reset moves and also build formidable team ahead of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. And this tournament is going to serve as grounds for Eric Sekuchel to test new players. As I said, he is still reeling from the insipid and lackluster display from some of his players, and he needs some players to augment a squad for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in their 2026 World Cup qualifiers. And per reports coming in, we are not going to see numerous of the stars that we know in the squad list. A lot of the local players will be making the cut just because they also have to prepare themselves for the Championship of African Nations. That is the CHAN. And a lot of players will be making the cut. And per the reports coming in, 11 NPFL players, Nigerian Premier Football League players, have been handed invitation. Let me go through the list as per the reports coming in. They are all tentative news coming in as to whether they are being confirmed as official or not. We are yet waiting to hear from the Nigerian Football Federation as they announcing the squad list for this 2025 Unity Cup tournament. And briefly, let's have a glance of the players from the local scene per the reports coming in from my grapevine sources. The first player to talk about is Induka Jr., plays for Remo Stars. He's a captain of Remo Stars. Siriku Alimi of Remo Stars. He's also the striker of Remo Stars. Ismaila Sadiq plays for Remo Stars. He's a defender. 2 other teams or clubs in the MPFL, the Nigerian Premier Football League. You have Igweze Collins of Enugu Rangers. Isaac Xavier, Enugu Rangers. Ifeanyi Onyebuchi is a familiar name to the Super Eagles of Nigeria squad list. He plays for Enugu Rangers. Papa Daniel plays for Niger Tornadoes. Ojetoyi Waliu plays for Ikorodi City. Vincent Temitope plays for Plateau FC. Adamu Abubakar plays for Plateau FC. And Ahmed Musa, who will be leading these players, also plays for Kano players. So these are the 11 players that I've had. That's per the reports. They might be part of Eric Sekuchel final squad list. And these are all players from the local scene. And that is it, as I've already stated and mentioned on this platform. Now, as I said, Nigerian Flying Eagles, they didn't win the Ultimates. They won bronze medal at the just ended 2025 Under 20 Total Energies AFCON. But some players deserve call-ups. Eric Sekuchel has to have that thoughts about he inviting certain players, because these players have really impressed Eric Sekuchel, and indeed he needs to hand over a call-up so that he come and play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is the time that is going to test his French players who normally have call-ups, but they don't come in to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. New players coming in, and of course, if new players are coming in, these boys also deserve call-up to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. The first Flying Eagles of Nigeria player to talk about who deserves call-up in this impending 2025 Unity Cup tournament in London is Odinaka Okoro. He played at the left-back position for the Flying Eagles of the just ended 2025 Total Energies AFCON. And indeed, he was one of the standout performers of the team. He even assisted their first goal against Tunisia in the competition. And looking at my permutations and combinations, he had dynamic ball control. He was also technically sharp at the back lines for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, same as he was fearless at the back lines for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. And indeed, he deserves a call-up to battle any of the player who earns call-up to play in the leg back position for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the 2025 Unity Cup tournament in London. The second player to talk about is the Capitano, Daniel Bameyi, the leader born in Central of Defense for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. And I think looking at his burgeoning with the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, he'll be one of the top stars in defense for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Leadership is not age-bound, and Daniel Bameyi proved that in advance. Looking at Daniel Bameyi in terms of his trademarks and capacities in the tournament, in terms of his attributes, he was very intelligent. He was very good in interceptions, same as he was also able to prove his vocal organization at the back lines of the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Daniel Bameyi was very calm in positioning in the center of defense for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. And as I've already mentioned on this platform and in this update, he was the only Flying Eagles of Nigeria player who made the best 11 of the tournament. That is the just ended 2025 Under-20 Total Energies AFCON. And when he goes to Nigeria, I think he'll be one of the household names in Nigeria. And indeed, he really performed well. The last player to talk about is goalkeeper Ebenezer Ifeanyi Harcourt. He also performed very well. He was very calm under pressure. He was able to make two crucial saves in the dramatic penalty shootouts against the defending champions, Senegal, in the quarterfinal stage of the competition. Looking at his performances, even though he picked up an injury against South Africa in the semi-finals of the competition and also missed out with a knee injury against Egypt at the third place game of the tournament. But indeed, he really did well for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. And with this, I think he also deserves a call-up. And lest I forget, just after his dramatic penalty saves against the defending champion, Senegal, in the quarterfinal stage of the competition, Eric Sekuchel posted him on a social media platform, meaning looking at how things are going, he might end up a call-up for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in this 2025 Unity Cup tournament. And that is it from the camp of the Flying Eagles. Some players who deserve call-up to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. Now, let me shift my focus from the camp of Nigeria National Under-20 boys to the camp of Eagles-Osimhen and other African players. They have dominated, and I don't know the reason why most of Ghanaian players are not scoring. Let's look at the top scoring African players in Europe's top 15 leagues for the 2024-2025 season. And you will not see any Black Stars or Ghanaian player in this list of the first 10. The first player who scored the most goals is Eagles-Osimhen from Nigeria, 35 goals. Mohamed Salah from Egypt, 33 goals. Sekou Guirassy from Guinea, 33 goals. Seo Dessels from Nigeria, 28 goals. Umar Mamouche from Egypt, 27 goals. Youssef El-Nazri from Morocco, 27 goals. Ayoub El-Kalbi from Morocco, 26 goals. Tolu Arokodari from Nigeria, 22 goals. Simon Banza from DR Congo, 22 goals. Ademola Lookman from Nigeria, 20 goals. So Nigerians dominated the list. We have Eagles-Osimhen, Seo Dessels. We also have Tolu Arokodari and Ademola Lookman. 4 players from Nigeria made the list out of the 10 players in Africa. In terms of the top scoring African players in Europe's top 5 leagues for the 2024-2025 season. So special shout out to my Nigerian boys, Eagles-Osimhen, Seo Dessels, Tolu Arokodari, and Ademola Lookman. So these are the players who made the cuts for the top scoring African players in the 2024-2025 in Europe's top 15 leagues. Now, let me end my presentation from the camp of Taiwo Awoniyi. We all heard about the saddest part of a story. Now I can say there's a piece of good news of which he has also come out to give special thanks to his supporters, his followers, his staffs, his technical team, to everyone who supported him in this predicament. And looking at what happened, let me just give you the overview of what happened. He had an abdominal injury when he was trying to reach out across against Leicester City in the English Premier League. Just after that, he proceeded to play for some time in the game, but he was later substituted. Subsequent medical evaluations just revealed that he has ruptured his intestine. Therefore, he needed medical attention for urgent surgery, of which he was being placed on induced coma. Just after, everything is fine for Taiwo Awoniyi. And the piece of good news coming in is that he took on to his social media platforms to announce his presence, that now he's alive, and is indeed thankful for those who supported him, those who appreciated him when he was nobody, and those who have been with him, especially with his family. He just appreciates all your efforts by praying to support and also reaching out to him. Let me read the exact words of how and what Taiwo Awoniyi posted on his official social media platforms. He started by saying, "The season has been one of the most difficult of my career, but through it all, I have felt the love. With the grace of God, I am grateful to still be here, to still be fighting, to still be smiling, and to be in good spirits. To my teammates, coaches, staff, and the entire Forest family, thank you all for your well wishes. Seeing you all for your visits to the hospital lifted my spirits more than words can say. Wishing the boys the very best in these last two games." Now it's last game. "Keep believing and pushing. I am with you all the way, and I can't wait to be back on there with the boys doing what I love. To my family, friends, and football fans, thank you for the support, and to everyone back home in Nigeria who has checked in on me, prayed for me, and left kind words. Thank you. I see them, I feel them, and I carry them with me every day as I recover." Taiwo Awoniyi, these are words from how he needed to post to show his appreciation for those who have really supported him in this predicament of his. And that is it from the latest coming in from the world of football. Let's all keep in supporting the Super Eagles of Nigeria as they prepare for this 2025 Unity Cup tournament. And I'll be back here with a back-to-back content on this platform as we are all gearing up to support the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well done, and special congratulations to the Flying Eagles of Nigeria for clinching the bronze medal of the Chess Center 2025 Under-20 Total Energies AFCON. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu, and my amazing graphic designer. Before I take a leave of you, as you keep it logged on this platform, let me give you special shout-outs. Special shout-out to King Yonda. I really appreciate your efforts on this platform. A lot of comments coming in, and I know some names are going to be very cumbersome for me to mention. This is a special shout-out to Darivila. I also appreciate your good works on this platform. And Sunday Anytime, I appreciate your good works on this platform. Another shout out to Iwanika Iwachuku. I really appreciate your good works and support for Sports Fella. Taiwo Favor, I appreciate your good works and support on Sports Fella. Ubaji John, I appreciate your good works and support. Wilfred, I appreciate your good works and support on Sports Fella. Emmanuel Moro, I do appreciate your efforts on this platform. Wally Banjo, I do appreciate your efforts on this platform. And lots of comments coming in with some names which are very cumbersome for me to pronounce. But I'll end here with my presentation. I do love you all as you keep on supporting Sports Fella. Let's meet in our subsequent videos. It's bye for now.